What's up guys, it's Will back again, and today I am very excited to be reviewing the Deluxe 2-pack Joker from InArt. This has obviously been a long anticipated release by the 1/6 community, and I'm happy to have it in hand and to share my thoughts with fellow collectors who I'm sure are eager to see and hear of its quality in hand. I do have to say a quick thank you to 1/6 Kit for making this review possible. InArt did not send me a review copy as they would not ship the first batch internationally, so I paid full price minus $100 for this 2-pack from 1/6 Kit. So that said, please check out 1/6 Kit if you're interested in picking up some cool figures like these. That said, let's jump into the review. Okay, so the first thing I want to note is that this art box is big. It's roughly 22 inches in width, 9.5 inches in depth, and 31 inches in height. That was my rough measurements. The package did state that it weighed 22.5 kilograms. That's just under 50 pounds, so I'm not sure if it actually is quite that heavy, but nonetheless, this could not have been cheap to ship overseas. I can guarantee you that much because it is a heavy and big box. The first thing you'll notice when you actually unbox the figure is a black envelope. It has some instructions, a thank you note, and some special accessories such as a metal Joker card and some other neat little add-ons. From there, you'll have 2 Velcro straps that allow you to undo the packaging and get to the figure and all of its accessories. Everything is packaged neatly and securely, allowing for safe transport to collectors. There is a bottom layer of packaging that contains the dioramas, including the metal jail bars and of course the wooden floor. Everything arrived safe and sound for me, thanks to the quality of the packaging. And I will say, for the sake of time, I'm not going to show me unboxing every single accessory, but I can assure you the packaging is high quality and secure. The head sculpts are packaged in 2 plastic tubes, so be careful removing them to ensure you don't break the plastic case or the head sculpt itself, God forbid. The rooted hair is styled and stays in place really well, actually. I didn't have to style mine at all out of the packaging, and still haven't, to be honest. I would say that the head sculpts are both very strong, with the smirking one being the weaker of the two. I'm very happy with how they both came out, but I would say the smirking one is very good while the stoic one is great. If I had to put a rating on them, I'd say the head sculpt for the stoic one is a 10 and the smirking one is like an 8.5 to a 9. The tailoring of the outfits is also really nice. There is a lot going on here and all of it fits the body snug and naturally. There's also weathering on the coat specifically and then subtle weathering on other areas to make the clothes feel worn and realistic. The head sculpt has a magnet and a peg and attaches to the neck peg, which I'm not going to show you on camera because of the process, but more on that later. There are a lot of accessories included. There are guns, a bunch of Joker cards, piles of money, grenades on a string, a bunch of swap out hands and swap out forearms, among other things. All of these accessories feel high quality and can really help you pull off pretty much any pose you'd like for the figure. The forearms can be swapped onto the bodies and peg in via a magnet. The connection feels secure, but I would describe the magnet connection as decent, good enough, but not overly strong. It could be due to the size of the magnets, but overall they do work well enough. The dioramas are very high quality as they are made of real wood and metal respectively. The one base is simply plastic with a magnet in the middle, but it looks very nice. The diorama with the wood and metal bars is actually really nice, as is the bench that you can sit the Joker on. The bench is metal, of course, and feels very heavy and substantial. Articulation on the figure is good. It can pull off any pose you want and the body feels substantial. It honestly feels like a Hot Toys body to me, except that it's maybe a little bit squeaky when you move the joints in certain parts. I'm assuming this is due to the tight joints, but I'm not positive about that. I'm not going to display articulation in this video as I do like to keep my poses pretty simple, but rest assured you can pose these guys however you'd like. Now that I've praised everything I like or even love about this figure, there are a few areas that I believe InArt can improve upon for future releases. Let me provide the disclaimer that I am not a big poser, nor am I a fan of changing outfits, swapping bodies, or customization. I value simplicity as a collector because I view this hobby as a means of escapism and fun. That said, attaching the head to the bodies is not fun. In order to do so, you must loosen the tie in the back via a small metal clip, pull the collar upwards, and push the head into place. Due to the nature of the collars and the overall outfit, getting the head on both bodies is a bit challenging, as is reshifting the tie and collar back into a natural position. InArt recently put out a video to help with this, but the process is a bit cumbersome when you have the figure in hand. I'm not going to show it on camera because honestly, I don't want to take the heads off to experience that process again. Getting the cuffs loose is also a bit of a process and you want to be careful with them to ensure you don't break anything. The second concern that I have is the magnets. While I wouldn't describe the hand and forearm magnets as weak, I wouldn't describe them as super strong either. They hold the hands and forearms well enough, but I would be careful moving them too much or too forcefully if they're holding accessories that may add some weight to the hand. To reiterate, the magnets are strong enough, but they're not rock solid like I'm used to with statues. This could be due to the size of the magnets, but I do feel adding a bit more strength would make me feel a little more comfortable. My final concern is related to the magnets in the circular base. They are strong, but this figure is a bit heavy and the magnets seem to be strongest in the center of the base. This figure seems to want to topple forward or backwards, so you need to make sure your pose is natural and with the feet solid against the base. If you move this figure around too quickly, spread out the feet too far, have earthquakes, God forbid, or shaky floors in your home, you could consider a crotch grabber. I currently have mine on the magnetic base and it's fine, but I can't say I would feel 100% confident about leaving it that way if I chose a riskier pose. I think that having magnets throughout the entire base or maybe something else stronger to hold the figure would prove beneficial moving forward to, of course, secure this expensive high-end collectible. But to summarize my thoughts on the InArt Joker Deluxe 2-pack, I'd say that I am satisfied. I think the figures look amazing on display and the rooted hair, excellent accessories, and beautiful bases really make the figures come alive. The tailoring is great, the head sculpts are very good, and the body is substantial. That said, there are a few practical concerns I have with this figure that are holding it back from being a 10 out of 10. The question that everyone probably wants answered is this 2-pack worth $1,000? I still say yes. If you love the Dark Knight in this version of Joker, I absolutely think it's worth it. If you don't love the character in the film, the answer will always be no. I expect InArt will iron out the kinks with future releases, but for now, this figure is still very satisfying, albeit with a few flaws. I'm going to give the InArt Joker Deluxe 2-pack a 9 out of 10. Thank you all for watching and supporting my channel. Let me know if you'd like to see more of this type of content. Either way, that's all for now. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much.